It started. We're good.
Yeah, so we are live with the third summer league game against our rivals across the river. They have six first round draft picks, so we should see a lot of the players that they're gonna be focusing on this year, since they are a rebuilding team. Um, the Knicks do have some changes today with some players out. Um, so we had an update from Stefan Bondi, who says that Bacome Dadier is out with a toe sprain, and Kevin McCullough, nasal contusion. So that's why we saw that mask on him in the last game. And also, James Naji is available for this game.
Dope.
So,
I'm guessing. Who do you think we're going to see more of?
um, they haven't given like Dink Pate you know, the full treatment that they've been giving some of the other players. So I'm thinking he's going to get a bigger share, especially since he's at point guard, and we have been seeing McCullough play some point guard, so he may pick up some of those minutes.
Good call. Good call. The
Um,
rest of the wings are pretty underwhelming. I'm not really looking forward to seeing any of them. The guards and the bigs are the ones I'm the most intrigued by. Specifically, this game, I'm really hoping that Hot Porty can develop some of that two-man game with Dink as he did with McCullough.
yeah, yeah. This is the. I usually don't care about the score, but when it's the Nets, you just kind of you just kind of want to win the game.
For sure. I agree. I agree.
And usually with the players, it's usually a little something too. So
I'm not going to lie. I'm not coming into this game with any level of confidence because that Boston roster that we played last game is probably the least amount of talent of any summer league team currently playing. When Jordan Walsh is your best player, and no offense to Jordan Walsh, he's a North Texas guy, but he is a into the bench non-rotation piece, and
Mhm.
that was embarrassing. That was an embarrassing loss.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow, the action actually started already. And the Knicks are currently up 1-0. Um,
And yes, I'm still on delay. My Chinese stream has not improved any since the last time I was on here.
oh man. I do see is Huck Porty is starting. Tiawara looks like he's starting.
Marjan Beauchamp
Yep.
and Tyler Kolek.
Yep.
Who's number 26? Jamal Bay is the
Oh
other.
yeah.
Jamal Bay played high school, Bishop Gorman here in Dallas. I wonder if him and Dink knew each other. Next summer league team is uniquely white. Summer league team is very Caucasian, which is unique for Brooklyn.
Yeah. Nelson, Drew Timmy.
Looks like the Knicks trying to get out in open court a little bit more. Fortunately, that gets murdered when Marjan Beauchamp has the ball in his hands. Awful pull up. It's interesting they keep highlighting him, getting him like running at you for him early in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I hear an echo. Do you hear that?
No, I don't hear it.
As long as the chat can't hear it, I don't mind. I'm gonna ask him. This is some ugly basketball. Tyler Cole, three.
Yeah, he made actually a nice pass that Beauchamp just flat out bricked the shot.
I'm with
he
you,
set
bro.
he set him up for a wide open three.
I'm with you. I think Kolek has done a bounce back. I don't think he's an awful player. I think he's had two awful games. The problem with him is because of how much of a liability he is on defense, he kind of has to play almost perfect offensively. Not dropping 30, but no turnovers and high assist rate. The fact that he's been 4.5 turnovers so far a game has made him look especially bad.
Yeah.
I don't even feel like I want to roast Beauchamp. I kind of feel bad for him.
Did you just see him shooting in the corner?
No, I saw him brick a three
Yeah. Okay.
from above the break.
Okay, you're a little bit behind.
Yeah.
But yeah, his natural inclinations shoot like
Yep. We have enough of that on the bench finally. You think about like Clarkson and Hart, yeah, even Yabusele. We got guys who can finish around the rim. We need connectors who can play made for others.
okay.
Hot Porty's so on of strings. Oh, there's a first shot from Beauchamp. Brick. Disgusting basketball. That last shot, when you pump fake, you get a little bit of space, then you choose to reposition and shoot again. That shows you have no awareness of the rest of the spatial setup of your teammates. You are only concerned with putting yourself in the best position to score. Drew Tim. Looks like he's been playing pretty well. He's up 20 points per game.
Yeah. He's gonna have a. Yeah, he's like a guy like I really like in NBA. I think he's kind of underrated.
Jarrell Williams says that they hear the echo, but it only happens when I talk. I think you might need to mute, Fritz. You think so?
Hold on.
Is it that one? Say something.
Testing. No, I just muted myself.
I can hear you now.
Try a different. Can you hear me now? So.
KOT been having y'all here. Yeah, I don't hear as much of the
Okay.
background static that I was.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hear my reverberation anymore either.
Okay.
KOT fan, appreciate y'all in the chat. Spend the day with us watching this summer league game against the Nets tonight. Got the special opportunity to hang out with Ian Bedley earlier and talk Knicks rumors and conjecture. Looks like both Dink Pate and Diawara could potentially be offered a two-way contract based on our conversations, as well as Landry Shamet and Ben Simmons being the two biggest names that were discussed as a potential last veteran signing. One of which, obviously, I've been a huge advocate for in Shamet, and one in which I have no interest in Ben Simmons. Now that I have Fritz here, Fritz, I want to get your take of those two options. What are the pros and cons for each?
I really would like to have both of them. Like that's kind of the conundrum. In my mind, the last couple days is I think one of them would kind of make the team incomplete, and at that point, I have to think of would you be willing to move somebody? Would it be such a crazy idea to move somebody to be able to get two like veteran signings?
Who are
But
you thinking about moving to do that?
um, yeah, everything. Hmm.
Are you suggesting moving Mitch or Deucent Bride in order for us to be able to sign Ben Simmons and Landry Shamet?
Not for that explicit reason. Like, if you can find a trade for Mitch that makes sense and it opens up a spot, that's fine. But I wouldn't move him just to do that. Um. Also, if we don't get Landry Shamet, will he be available a month or two later? You know what I mean? I don't know if it's a situation where if you let Landry Shamet go, is he just going to go to a different team?
Can confirm other teams are definitely interested in him. And he's talking
Okay.
to other teams too. So I think this part I don't know, but maybe he's just holding a space for the Knicks and letting them have preferential first dibs on him once
Okay.
they fully shake out in the buyout market. I think he wants to return to. I would imagine he does. I don't
Hmm.
have direct contact to him, but I would imagine he liked his time here, especially when he started being able to break out in the playoffs and show we can do on both ends. People, the biggest complaint I've heard about the Shamit is that we don't have a playmaker on the bench. And I would contend that we do. I think Jordan Clarkson's a better playmaker than both Payne and DeLon Wright. And you add him with both Brunson and Deuce in that rotation too. I think you have enough. And Josh Hart. If Josh Hart's not having to play the four, he's more of a 2-3. He brings playmaking too as a triple double threat. So I think there's enough playmaking on the bench to sustain us. I don't. The Ben Simmons thing worries me the most because the shooting is just, yeah, him, Clarkson, Mitch, and Hart all coming off the bench. The spacing is just really messed up.
Yeah, and I really liked your appearance on Ian Begley. Um,
Thank you, bro.
but a lot of people when they say Ben Simmons, they're saying point guard, and like I'm like when I'm in my mind like currently, I don't think of him as a point guard anymore.
Same.
I kind of think of him as
I
like kind
agree.
of a point forward. I don't think of him as like a
Right.
before when he was on the Sixers, he was a point guard. Like his activity level, he was a point guard. Like now, I don't think. I think he's kind of like a point forward. I don't think he's really a point guard anymore.
Right, which means you still don't have Clarkson bringing the ball up and initiating the offense. And that means now you have Simmons instead of at the point of attack, he's going to be in one of the corners or
Yeah,
somewhere along the perimeter in specific sets, which means now you have two Josh Hart situations. There's two guys that could catch it within a steam set that both can't shoot and have an unwillingness to shoot. That creates, in my opinion, a lot of clutter
yeah,
in the offense.
yeah.
I've heard arguments by Brutus. Brutus has been shout out Brutus on Twitter. He's been the biggest proponent of bringing in Ben Simmons, and he's advocated for Simmons to start. That's interesting. That I think is the best mitigation of Simmons' weakness. It kills five out, the starting lineup, but him at the two, guarding the point of attack. That's very interesting. I like
Yeah,
that.
it'll be less of an issue. It'll be
Yeah,
less of an issue.
because I think you're going to see Bridges, OG, and Cat all take a massive uptick in threes under Mike Brown. The problem with any idea, and I mean, of course, I'm kind of a cultist when it comes to not trade Mitch, but I haven't seen enough in Summer League to tell me we have depth at center. Hot Porty hasn't looked like he's taken a step forward, in my opinion, which isn't a bad thing. He looks about the same as he did last year, which is still serviceable. But beyond that, I haven't seen enough from Najee or even Diawara in the minutes at the five to tell me that we have significant depth to make up for a Mitch trade. That would worry me
Yeah,
because I prefer Cat starting at the five to begin the season, but to be the only true five is that's a mistake.
yeah. And if you and Cat, if you missed any time, then you're in real trouble.
Yep, bingo. Now you doubt it. I mean, who would be the five? Yabusele? You're giving up a lot of rebounding and rim protection then. Or Hot
Yeah,
40, same thing.
yeah. It's Mister Stats and the Facts.
Yo, what's
Ryan
up,
G.
everyone?
Hey, what's
We
going
can
on?
chop it up with the
Nothing
KOT brethren.
much. Just trying to figure out how everything works.
You hear, bro? Once you're brought up, that's all you need.
Got it.
We got a little sidebar chat. We can converse in playback. Keeping it loose, man. Letting the jokes and roast fly.
Got it. Got it.
Yeah,
I'm,
Since we
assu-
haven't
I'm
had
assuming we're all watching the stream from like our own TVs or something, right?
yeah. I think this one
yeah.
is in unsupported. Like for some reason, ESPN2 isn't one of theirs.
Okay.
For at least for me.
I was all good because I got the game.
No surprise, Ryan joins the stream. I was gonna say, no surprise, Ryan joins the stream, and we got 10 more people in the chat. All of a sudden, they saw Ryan G's face, and they're like, "All right, the stats and the facts."
I wish I had that
Good to have
effect.
you, buddy.
I wish I did.
You did. I'm watching the streams right now. The numbers, it shot up when you joined.
Well, that's what's up. That's what's
East
up.
Blue Drew says they're watching. East Blue Drew says they're watching off of an illegal app. Me too, brother. Me too.
Okay.
Ryan, have you had a chance to watch the other two league games?
That took place today?
No, the first two Knicks games against Boston and Detroit.
I got to watch parts of it. Like I mainly
Consider yourself
got to
lucky.
see like half of the Detroit game, and I saw bits and pieces of the Celtics game.
Did anything stand out?
I mean, to be honest, it wasn't a lot because Knicks Summer League got blown out both games, so it was a lot of ugly play. But I think McQuallar, I think he showed well, especially that last game against the Celtics when he dropped that 30 piece. Daddy A, I think he looked pretty decent so far this summer league. For what I've seen of Cole, it looked like he's been struggling in the summer league, which isn't too encouraging based on his performance during last year's summer league. But besides that, like nothing else, like nobody else really impressed me, or nobody has me like thinking like, oh, I have high hopes on this player, whatever the case may be. Like, I think basically McFarland and Daddy is probably the top two players where there's at least some promise there based on their performance in the summer league.
Good analysis. What about the rookie Diawara? He reminds me of a player that you would like: big, strong, can guard up, defend multiple positions. The coach has had him playing a little bit of five ball, even though he's listed as a three, maybe a small four. What's been your impression on Diawara so far, the French kid?
I haven't seen a lot of him, but from what I've seen so far, he does look like to be a good defensive presence. He seems to have the defensive tools needed to guard in the league. So, I mean, besides that, you're just hoping that he just continues to develop on that side of the ball and at least, develop a more consistent 3-point shot, so he can at least be a rotation piece down the line.
All facts. Agreed. I agree, bro.
Yeah, it would be nice for Knicks to at least get one summer league winner, like at least beat the Nets, and, and just call it a wrap after like just beat the Nets, please.
So my stat line.
I'm a Knicks scoring. Tyler Cole, as Fritz predicted, having the best game. He's got 11 points right now, 3 steals, 2 assists, 4 of 6 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3 for a +2. And then any other guys that are bouncing off the stat line to me, you got Beauchamp, 3 points, 1 of 6, 0 for 4 from 3. And then you have, looks like the 3-pointer from Luka Stuka. And that's about it. Everyone else is either 2 points or nothing.
Well, it's nice to see Kolek playing good in this game because the first 2 were stinkers.
Facts.
Yeah, he didn't even look comfortable in those 2 games. Like
Yeah.
he didn't look comfortable at all. He looked like outmatched. He looked physically. He looked too weak in those first 2 games.
Yeah, so I think it's a good thing that I think it's a good thing that he's performing well in this game, end the summer league on a high.
It's okay, Ryan. You can say it. He's cheats.
I mean, he was definitely cheeks the first 2 games. I mean, can't lie about that. I mean, honestly, coming into this game, like both teams are 0-2, I was like, this is gonna be a bum fest because I'm like, both teams 0-2, both teams had to show well in the summer league. I'm thinking like, this game about to be trash, but I mean, I'm glad to see Knicks winning so far in the first quarter, 24-21.
That's a new coin phrase, man. Bum fest.
Whenever 2 teams are trash going against each other, you gotta call it bum fest, man. I mean, ain't nothing else to call it.
I'm dead, bro.
I'm not sure if we led in the quarter in summer league yet.
Oh, good point, Fritz.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah, now that I think about it, like, I think the Knicks have pretty much lost every quarter or behind every quarter.
If I could have one criticism of this game right now by Tyler Kolek, I don't like that Tyler Kolek is a lean scorer, and he's and impact isn't Brunson and Cat.
Yeah, you broke up a little bit.
Yeah, we weren't able to hear what you said.
No, I was saying that it's a little disappointing that Tyler Kolek having a good game, but he's just scoring on his own. He's not getting everybody else involved.
Yeah, which is actually his forte. So he's actually doing the opposite of what he normally does, which is score the rock and not really get others involved when his forte is to like pass the ball around, get people to, in their spots and things of that nature.
Yep.
So we did a little impromptu poll. So for the last veteran roster spot, and on the list I put Ben Simmons, Landry Shamet, and I put a other. 50% said Landry Shamet, 42% said Ben Simmons, and 8% said others.
Pretty smart Knicks fans
Works
right
for
there.
me. Ryan, Fritz is for Ben Simmons, but he also likes the idea of Landry Shamet. I'm completely against Ben Simmons and only like Landry Shamet. How do you feel about those two options? As Ian referenced earlier, those are the main two options the Knicks are looking at.
Well, based on how the roster is currently constructed, and it's not even based on that. I mean, Shamet played for the Knicks last year. He shown up well especially in the playoffs when the Knicks needed him to play well. So based on that, you would want to bring back Shamet just based on some familiarity and you know what you're gonna get from him as opposed to Ben Simmons where you're bringing in a new guy. And although yes, Ben Simmons does has tools like he can't play defense. He's also good on offense in terms of like getting other people involved and things of that nature. But at the same time, like with Ben Simmons, it's kind of like a wild card. It's kind of like you bring him in, you're not sure if he's going to fit in or whatever the case may be. Whereas opposed to Shaman, you know what you're going to get, and he already has familiarity with the roster and things of that nature.
Well said. Fritz, do you worry about Ben Simmons' mental state at all when you think about him joining the Knicks?
No, not really. I haven't worried about it in a while. I think it's kind of overplayed. I think people are like, oh, he's I don't know, like the incidents and stuff. I really wish he adjusted at the time, but yeah, you have to kind of look at him as a new player, and you kind of don't want to punish him. Uh, I think in a lot of fans' mind, it's like, oh man, I need to punish him for the Sixers. Like he's a MVP who became a bum. It's like, no, what is he now? Like, if you look at this player and what does he give you, do you want that? That's how I look at it. I don't want to think about 76ers. I don't want to think about what he used to be. It's like, okay, what does this player give to me right now? So, um,
That
I really
that's
don't
a
worry
pretty damn good
about.
analysis.
Yeah, I don't really worry about the mental state. Like, like
Okay, Fritz, cook.
Well, to be fair to Ben Simmons, it does seem like he has his head on straight based on what he showed last season. Doesn't look like there's any mental issues going on at the moment. So, credit to him for at least getting that part of his, you know, self in order.
Good point.
yeah,
Agreed.
yeah. Yeah, I think I don't know. When you go back to the incident, like it's very obvious. Like when I was like looking at it, like everybody was wondering, oh, what's going on with Ben Simmons? Like he had like PTSD, like, and he didn't address it immediately, and it messed him up. Like I don't know if anybody's ever dealt with somebody who has PTSD. Um, yeah, yeah, because I've dealt like my mom kind of has it. It can happen some weird things, and if you've never had anybody deal with it, it just like, oh, this person just doesn't want to do this. Like this person's lazy, or this person is like, nah, it's like a real condition. but I kind of blame the people around him.
That's really beautifully said.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I know with my mom, like my mom, if you ever met my mom doesn't drive. Like she has a car, she'll drive around the neighborhood, she'll drive to the post office, she'll, what I mean. But like long distances, like she doesn't drive. And when I was a kid, we would be in New York, we'd be in Brooklyn, we would be all over the state. And then everybody's like, "Oh, how did that happen?" Like when my mom had an accident or somebody was some road rage incident, and my mom had like a real bad accident. And after that, for a while, she didn't drive, like, period. And it took a while to just get to this spot where she could drive around the neighborhood. She could do, go to the store, whatever. But at the time, like, I was living through it, and it's like, oh, what's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, you just don't want to do it. That's just the answer is like, you just don't want to do it, or you're just scared. Like, you just, what I mean, if you do it, you'll be fine. But like those are kind of things you just need to address, like at the time that they don't become bigger issues. Like and even like with Ben Simmons, you could see in the game before there were like indications that he was having some issues, like in an earlier game. So, you know, probably people in his orbit probably didn't believe or probably didn't have any idea of what was going on. So So there isn't like one switch where, hey, like he speaks to like some psychologist, and all of a sudden he's back to like 25-11. Like
Yeah.
it just will not happen. Like he can get better at something, and he can get used to certain things, but he'll never that irrational confidence that you need to play basketball.
Yeah.
Like he'll never have that.
Yeah, it definitely looks like that because I mean there was a time when while he was with the Sixers where it did seem like he was growing in confidence a little bit, like in his jump shot, he would take more jumpers and things of that nature when he was with Philly. But then it's like when that incident happened where he kind of soured his relationship with the franchise in Philly and he had to move. It's like from that time on he was just a different player, and for whatever reason, it's like it's difficult for him to gain that confidence back to even like take jumpers and things of that nature. And now he's pretty much turned himself into like a strictly defensive player that can do like pass the ball on offense and and things of that nature. So yeah. I mean, will he ever get back to that level where people thought that he would have been an all-star MVP caliber player? Probably not, but he can still be a serviceable player at least.
Yeah, yeah. Like it takes a lot to play like a professional sport. Like when I look at football and like the way they like lunge their bodies at someone, like I think it's crazy.
Yeah,
And like in basketball, like I played like a lot of like with my friends or whatever. But then the one time I played basketball with like a college team, I played like they're like, oh, let's just play this like college team, just get on the other side, like playing with like 6'5" guys, like it was a whole different game. Like
yeah.
the game just didn't even feel the same.
Yeah, definitely. I remember one time I was in the park and we was playing pickup ball. We were just like messing around or whatnot. And there were these three guys that came. Like two of these dudes were at least like 6'4", 6'5" in size, and there's this other dude like he was more our height, but he played college ball at Temple. So so it was like we're there playing around, and they challenged us to a game. We were like, yeah, cool, like yeah, we'll play like up to 11 or something like that. And I swear to God, like this dude from Temple, when like trying to guard that man, it was hell. I was like, yo, what is this? Like I'm not used to playing against a dude that's this nice. It was crazy, but yeah, it's a whole different level.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a couple more people onto the stage. We just invited onto the stage.
That's what's up. Any word on Lee?
I'm waiting for him to get back in. Looks like he went out.
Yeah. All right, Kolick with a 3 from the corner. Nice pass from Beauchamp.
Yeah, I just seen a bucket by Kolick. What is the score on your end?
It's
Hey,
29-27 Knicks.
okay, all right. Hey, Apollo, how you doing?
What's going on, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. How you been?
Hey,
Roughly.
man, what's going on?
What's going on, bro? What's going on, Ryan?
It's been a minute.
Been a minute, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm like a stranger around these parts, man. Apologies.
It's cool, man.
Hey guys, I'm being a mom right now, but are we watching Tyler Kolick right now?
He's
I told you it was the bounce back game.
yeah. I knew this
Pardon,
was
I'm
coming.
moving around a lot, but once I sit down a second, I'm gonna put the video and stuff.
All
Them apology letters, like, get them ready.
right.
I'm already typing it. I'm already typing it. Someone did say they were like notice because we don't have certain people playing today.
Yeah. You knew that was coming.
Yeah.
They're grasping at straws now.
I like the way Hawkporty looks today too. He looks. I like him out there. Like I said, I felt like he needed another big out there. He was out there, even though Daddick and them are pretty tall, but they're not forwards. They're wings. So it's nice to see him out there with
Who?
Hawk. He was out there by himself with the other starters, and I felt like he was getting boxed out a lot, where he couldn't be a big. Everybody was boxing him out, and it was just leaving the other wings and guards to be there. So today, see him with I always mispronounce his name, Dwara. I like that. I like that
DLR,
lineup.
yeah.
Yeah, DOR. I like DOR and Hulk a lot together.
Yeah. Huck looks a little bit more confident tonight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All
Really
right.
not the
Well,
biggest Marchand fan either. Fritz, I get it now. I see. I see what you mean.
He does
Wait,
like one thing. He does like
who?
both.
Marchand.
Yeah, he
Ah,
does like
yeah.
one thing. It's like he wants to shoot.
I think Lee said he needs to be invited up.
there we go. Yeah, Lisa, he needs to be invited up again.
Okay, Kolick. Another 3.
Yeah, I think it's your mic,
It's my
Ebony.
mic.
He's bugging.
Yeah, my stream is late. I don't know what kind of stream I'm on, but it's late.
What was wrong with the mic? What was wrong? It's staticky.
No,
I think it's
I
the
kind of
echo.
hear everybody echo through yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like these players sometimes definitely go on Nick's Twitter and be like, all right, let me see what's going on.
I'm just now seeing that Cola 3. That's how late this stream is.
Is it still echoing?
That's crazy. Yeah, there's that.
I don't know.
What's up, Eb?
Oh, travel.
Let me check the box score though. How many is he passing the ball to, or is he just scoring today?
Kolick is a scorer today.
He is. I mean, he has 3 steals.
Nice pass there, though. Can he finish? And he did not finish.
And he only has 2 turnovers, 2 assists, 2 turnovers. Not bad.
Tyler being aggressive. Listen, as long as he's being aggressive, man. I'm not. I just don't like when he's just not taking shots and stuff like that. But you got to make them if you're gonna
Yeah.
be taking them. Though.
Yeah.
They were commenting that he switched his form today. He's.
Ugh.
I didn't pay. I won't lie to act like I paid attention, but I'm gonna play back the other 2 games to see the difference.
Facts.
But they said that he's. Oh, look at him. Oh no. But they said he's stepping more into it today than any other day.
It's just reps. Just gotta get more reps.
Yeah, you have bad games. He could shoot in college. I won't lie and say rookie season I saw any flashes of him shooting, but he could shoot in college. He proved to me in college he could shoot. So
yeah,
it's nice to see it.
Nice
Falling.
feed right there.
What do you guys think Dink paid?
What do we think about him?
Yeah,
I like him. Is he still only 19 or is he 20 now at this point?
I don't know. I haven't even kept up with him.
Oh, good pass. Holy
I think he's 19 right now.
19.
Oh yeah, he's only 19.
And call it with the steal.
I hope they just sign him to the, at least sign him to the G League teams and let him develop.
Yeah.
Instead of letting them just fly around other places like they let other guys do. Tools at that height is just kind of scary.
Has 4.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
I think Dink is still raw. Like he has a lot to prove. But I like his energy. Every game he's came in so far, he's like I want to play, and I like players like that. Like not shy or scared.
And call it with another.
Yeah,
he balling today.
Tyler turning up today, huh?
Wait a second.
It's kind of nerve wracking that it's against the Nets. So does it count?
Well, at least he turns up for the rival games.
Yo, Eb, I'm still thinking about that joke you made in the chat where you said, "Did the Nets draft Mark Zuckerberg?"
Oh,
I asked, was that Charlotte? I said, "Oh, was that Charlotte?"
Oh man.
Yeah, Lee, what up, Lee? I didn't even see you popping up.
Yo, what's up?
Good, bro.
What's good,
Welcome
man?
back,
Thanks for joining the fam.
Of course.
Oh, are you guys impressed by any of these Nets players though?
The 77 guy looks like he's all right. Like he can.
Yeah, they keep showing him. What's his name again?
I forgot. It's
Let me go back to see these lows.
Ben Simmons.
Yeah, Ben Simmons. Yeah.
You talking about Drew Tim?
Nah.
So Tyler's acting bad. If this hits, I say he's acting bad. Never mind.
Drew Tim from the Nets, the white guy with the beard.
Oh, that's the guy, the tall dude?
Oh, that's not 77. Drew Tim is the one.
77 is
28.
The guard.
Ben Simmons. Yeah, the guard. Yeah.
The one from Israel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's valid. That's valid. Good job. Thank you. It's a good swing. Oh my God.
We'll see. I think are we a little behind again too?
I am.
I'm super behind. I just like 5 seconds ago. I just now saw that Tyler Cole like deep 3 attempt.
Yeah, let's see. I go see something. Fritz knows if we won the game. He always knows if we won the game or not already.
Fritz just puts his mic on mute like, yes.
He was doing that last game.
Yeah, I was trying not to ruin it. So, like with everybody, do you think there's anybody who's like on the outside looking in on this?
What do you mean by that?
There are some question marks, like James Najee,
Marjan Beauchamp.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man, he's kind of disappointing, unfortunately.
I don't know if even an NBA team is going to pick him up.
Yeah. When we got him, I'm like, oh,
And
that's
the thing is,
intriguing.
I known him as a defensive player. He's getting beat on a lot of possessions. He don't even look like he could say in front of people. And he dang sure can't shoot. So I don't know why anybody would need him.
I think with Beauchamp right now, it's a lack of confidence. He has to find some way to get his confidence back.
Like, he's a guy that actually has tools. He just got to know how to use them. Like, he just it's kind of weird. It's weird because I remember games when we played against the Bucks and he used to cook us, and I'm like, where's that guy at?
Okay, DRR, I see you.
To be honest, I think Marjan's the only one that has been in the NBA who's correct. Everybody else is like undrafted or picks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think everybody else still has a chance. They still, Tyler Clark had to definitely step up today, so it was nice to see him finally. He had 3
nice
bad
pass
games.
again, but couldn't finish up the layup. A nice pass to the corner. Missed the shot, though.
Yeah, another one I think is Anton Watson. I think he might be on the G League squad, but I don't think he's gonna make a 2-way.
Nah, he was a big who can shoot, but other than that, I'm not impressed. I was shocked that he was shooting threes. I'm like, oh, big who can shoot, but he's not consistent enough.
I agree.
And he can't even rebound, right? I don't even see him crashing the boards.
Yeah.
Nice pass to the corner.
Oh, wow.
I you just seen that,
yeah.
Almost got hyped.
Oh.
Yeah, no, Marjan is a trash can.
I'm a big Diawara fan. I've been very impressed.
I like him. I love him.
Yeah, I like
him.
Yeah, like the last couple of possessions, he had a pretty good showing. The layup at the rim, drive to the basket, the baseline drive, and the defensive possession as well. When he locked up number 77 on the net, serve on that last possession.
Yeah, this is the second game they have him slot in at center. But he's actually spending some time at center, showing that he has versatility positionally as well. He sets good screens.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about Naj? How do you ever say that? How do you guys feel about him?
So.
I haven't seen enough tape, honestly. I missed like a lot of the first 2 games because like I was just busy with family this weekend, but I haven't seen much positive. But I got to dive into a little bit more tape, I guess.
Yeah,
before I judge.
Yeah, I think he's in a tough position because he's coming from overseas, and he really wanted like a roster spot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know.
It's a rough spot.
Which one is the one we took this year draft? Was it him or
him? Both.
Oh, we took both.
Both.
And they both from France?
No, just Diawara.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure where Najee's from, but he played in Barcelona. I know that.
Yeah, we got Najee in a trade last year.
The Towns one, right?
Towns trade, but he was drafted like 2 years ago.
I bet he was a Gerson Rosas pick.
Yeah.
When he was. I've noticed the Knicks are switching more on defense. And a guy who stood out the most to me is Diawara. Diawara can pick up a center. He can pick up the point of attack. Can pick up a wing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his size and wingspan, he keeps everybody in front of him. That type of switchability, OG and Mitch are the only ones who did that to us. Like to have that from Diawara, you might earn some serious 11th, 12th man some nights. You're playing 5-8 minutes.
And he could put the ball on the floor for his size too.
Yeah,
for sure. Surprising.
Really, really caught me off guard with that. I'm like, whoa, okay.
Wall pairing, baby. Wall pairing.
Looking like the
No.
Precious replacement.
Man, please.
he already
I'll-
shoots better than Precious too.
Right.
So does Bochamp.
Shit. Damn right. Shit, everybody shoots better than Precious. Man, they're like, yeah, leave his ass open. Jesus.
Oh
For real,
man.
man.
Now, Precious season was very disappointing to me.
I was a super fan.
Super
Me too.
athletic,
I
man.
I
Oh,
cannot
man.
sit here and pretend he didn't get the opportunity. He had played in a lot of big games, and it's just
He did.
no.
Yep.
He did be. He did.
Yep.
Plenty of reps.
Man. A lot of these big men, they step too far out to the 3-point line. And if that's not your game, man, like if you can't hit them consistently, like you gotta be able to at least hit the mid range. Like
I
to be
won't
able
lie.
to
We did go on a spree whenever Precious hit a three. We were winning the game. It was like 15, 16 games in a row.
and then after that, it's just like, damn.
Yep. And then after that, even three was losing.
I was looking for. I'm like, I really wanted Precious to be good because just the athlete in him, combined with that would have been really, really good. But just really couldn't put it all together.
I won't lie though. He did have a really good dunk competition this year. He had one of the best dunk packages. Like he had some good dunks this year.
Mm-hmm. A lot of those in the fast break, he was putting posters on dudes,
Mm-hmm.
The problem was if he ran the traffic or any type of wall put up, he had a real difficult time finishing through contact. It was almost a guaranteed turnover.
No soft touch.
If he had any opposite. Yeah.
That's why I like
Yeah.
Noara because he can dribble, and and that was Precious' issue. He would have the fast break, and I was like, I would like cringe a little. I'm like, please don't turn the ball over. Please don't turn the ball over.
Mm-hmm. It's a straight line. That's like he's not gonna try to go in and out or try to get you off the dribble. He's straight line and he's just gonna go dunk. That's really all he could do in the fast break.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad because it's like, yo, you're from New York. I ain't got no bag. Like, come on,
right?
man.
No bag. Like, come on. He's from the Bronx, bro. Like, come on, man.
Still, not too much on Bronx. Not too much.
Yeah,
on
I'm
Bronx.
just saying, yo, he got to represent. He didn't represent.
Nah, it's funny because you guys know my outrages take some time. Sometimes they hit or miss. That's why I throw them out there. But I did say that I thought it was crazy how the Heat let him go because I thought at one point he would be better than Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
And heck no. Jamie is way better than Precious. I could see why they moved on from Precious and kept Jamie.
Shout out to my boy Joe. He actually said that. He was like, there's a reason why Miami let him go, bro. He said Eric Spoelstra, he sees guys with talent and he uses them. If they let him go, then there's a reason why they let him go. I was like,
yeah,
she got a point. She got a point.
Yep, the Toronto was like, well, if you're gonna take OG from us, you better take Precious too.
Take this with him. Damn, man.
Yeah.
Did he ever struck out though? Is there somebody that they let go? And because you're right, they are pretty good at that. They gonna keep somebody.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna. I'm trying to think if they ever struck out by letting somebody go. Because same thing with. No, they usually keep. Yeah, they keep.
Yeah, Pat is pretty selfish with his guys, man. If you're a Miami player, like he invests in.
Who was it? The guy that they didn't want to let go this year for the other trade, for the KD trade? They didn't want to let go of.
Where?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not letting go where either.
Yeah,
Where
Khalil
is
Ware?
good.
Yeah.
And I see. Do you see him killing? And he's killing in
Yeah.
In summer league.
Yeah, Spo tore him up in the media, and he turned around and started playing badass.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
We could have got him. We could have got him in the one draft.
I was just about to say that. I was hoping he fell to us, man. That would have been crazy if he'd have fell to us. But like I said, if they see talent, they're not gonna let that shit go.
And Highsmith's another one where I always think that they're gonna let him go, and they don't let him go. I think they see something in him too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They also don't have much going for them right now either, so they kind of like gotta hold all their chips right now.
Facts.
But somehow they still make it through.
That's you gotta give Spoke credit, man.
Yeah.
Gotta give Spoke credit.
I hope one day he coaches for the Knicks.
Pat would never. What?
I know he would.
He would cut him off. He would never speak to that dude again.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
are you guys seeing the Tyler highlight threes? His jumper does look way better. He looks like he's shooting upwards versus forward. He was like pushing it. I'm gonna check the other games. Check
Waiting for
that
it
out.
to load up. You know, mine is about an hour behind.
So we're still on pace for 20 turnovers.
God.
We're at 10. We're at 10 turnovers currently.
Wow.
Well, the only difference is that in this game, Knicks actually winning, although it's by a short margin.
Right. I mean, they were playing some really good young teams recently.
Not Boston.
Not
Come on
Boston. Not Boston.
Come
Boston.
on now.
Yeah, that's it. What's his name? Charles Bassey just went crazy. I'm
Yo,
like,
he
really?
had the craziest triple double. I mean double double, and he came off the bench.
What? I'm like, you guys are getting cooked by Charles Bassey
And Jordan Walsh.
and Jordan Walsh. Like, come on, bro.
Jordan Walsh looks like a 2K created player. Like when they first
Yo.
before you even like
Yo.
before you get the VC and all
Yo.
that.
That's diabolical.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Yo, that's crazy. Because I've definitely seen Jordan Walsh.
You know what I mean, right?
before.
Like I don't mean to come at. Is he just choosing the baldy, or is there something like?
No, I
don't wanna-
think it's a medical thing. I do think it's
Okay,
Yeah,
medical.
I think
Probably
so too,
alopecia.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think I do think
Like
it's medical.
Charlie Villanueva.
Yeah, that's what
Okay,
I keep
okay.
looking at him. Is that Charlie?
Shout out Charlie. He balled out in his
Charlie.
NBA career.
He did ball out. I was a big Charlie fan.
Charlie Villanueva was dope.
Okay.
Duke, I think, right?
Oh, that
Then-
was a. Ooh.
What you
Wait,
call
who-
them? Kevin Garnett called him a cancer or something like that, and I was like,
Yo, yes!
Oh,
He said he's a
yeah.
cancer patient.
yeah. I'm like, yo, that was
That's
like,
crazy.
You're
yo.
gonna like the ball moving on this next play.
Yeah, that was a nice three
No,
by.
Kevin Garnett was diabolical in all his. He
Yo, he
didn't
was
care
crazy.
what was wrong with you. He didn't.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
Yeah, that's not even what he said. What did he really say?
He talked about his wife, and it was something with the wife and Honey Nut Cheerios. That's all I remember.
No, they
Nah.
just dropped the interview about what he really said. Mello
Oh.
like said it. It had nothing to do with Honey Nut Cheerios, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I'm like, I'd have
Okay,
never.
I gotta
okay,
watch that
number
now. I gotta see
14.
what he really said.
Yeah,
Wait, what's number 14 name?
Bucci
who?
for the 3. The fuck is going on here?
Marshawn for us. That's Marshawn.
Yeah, he hit a
Nah,
3.
that's not Marge. Wait, is it Marjan?
Yeah.
Yes, Marjan.
He took
Okay.
the braids out. He took the braids out. He had the braids in. Now they out.
Nah, you see, I got confused because I was like, this dude was playing so buns in the first quarter. I mean, the
No,
first
no.
half, and all of a sudden, the
Right.
second half, he's coming out balling. I'm just like, I got confused. I was like, yo, who is that?
Like, who's this dude?
Ryan's about to take his number. Come out with a blank jersey.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's so funny. He hits that shot, and now he plays good defense.
Players are like that. Once a shot hits, they'll start playing better.
That's why I like Diawara, man. Diawara's been playing hard the whole game.
He's gonna be
Oh,
playing behind
that's
Yabusele.
nice.
Okay, I like that. I like that lineup. You think they're gonna keep the lineup the way it is? Or you think they're gonna keep Josh in the starting lineup?
I hope not.
They better
Yeah.
not.
Bruh.
Start Deuce.
I don't
I don't like a small backcourt. I always say that to you, Lee. I don't like small backcourts.
I feel you.
who do we replace Josh with? And that's like, what is the right answer?
Mitch Robinson.
Mitch, right? Okay. That's what I'm
Even-
most comfortable with.
Even Yabusele. I wouldn't mind Yabusele starting. I really wouldn't.
I mean, but
Even though I know he won't, but I wouldn't mind
okay.
it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it, but it's just not gonna happen.
Why? Who do you like, Fritz? What are you gonna say?
No, but Ian Begley, didn't he kind of like push back against that?
What,
Mitch
Yab
in the
starting?
starting lineup, having
Mitch?
Cat at 5.
I felt like he agreed with me when I thought that was going to be what Mike Brown would do based on what Mike Brown's done at every other stop he's been in, where he has a big who can pass. I can't see him doing a double big lineup to start. I think the season will start with Cat at the 5. Ian seemed to agree.
That's true. He is like a Sabonis. Him and Sabonis are very similar. They're not identical, but they're very similar.
I agree.
Look at the Jalen Brunson T-shirts. That's awesome. Nah, I would love. Again, I think Mikel could stay at the 2, and I don't like OG at the 4. I really don't. I don't know who would.
Yeah, I think he's best at the 3. If we have OG at the 3, I think he's the most comfortable there.
Yeah.
And,
That's why it's like who?
and
Yeah,
it's a size advantage.
Yeah,
who
you don't
would
got him
be
guarding
good,
a bunch
though?
of Sabonuses.
Yeah.
I mean, he's strong enough to do it, but
That's
you know,
why the question is like who
yeah,
then does start? Because I really think Hart should get out of that lineup. Like he has to get out. Like he must.
it has to. It has to be Mitch. It has to be Mitch. Like that's the only way that you kind of.
Because yeah, like
Yeah.
again, if you think about it, all his
Nice
he
pass.
doesn't do double bigs. You're right. You guys are right. He does not play double bigs. He's not a
He
double
doesn't.
big.
He's not gonna play double big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chat, let us know in the chat who you want to start. Mitch, Deuce,
Deuce.
Hart, Shamit, let us know. And I'm going to give a shout out to J Cruz 0324 who says Ryan G is dating back to his ruthlessness. That was just Ryan roast.
Okay, Huck with the block, but then the Nets had the putback off the rebound. Unfortunately.
No, yeah, that's Hawk. Nah, Hawk. See, that's when I get mad. It's like Hawk just busts his butt behind, and nobody's there to be there after he.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's been that way all 3 games.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't like him out there by himself. I don't. But they do have Watson out there. Is that Watson?
Yeah, 21, yeah.
I mean, I guess he's a big, but he's like a mini big, like a.
What do y'all think about Miles Turner leaving the Pacers and going to the Bucks?
I was just gonna ask you that.
Well, that's a very diabolical move right there because you go from rival to rival. You just made a finals with the Pacers. Like, you know what? Bucks paid me more money, so I'm out. Peace.
But also, the Bucks didn't pay him so much money. Like Indiana could have came up with that amount.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, he's been in Indiana his whole career. Maybe he just wanted to change the scenery, but
I think
it's weird timing.
I think the postseason says a lot. He was terrible in the final.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was bad.
But wasn't there a story that said that
Today.
that Bucks made their offer to him like ahead of time and he didn't give the Pacers a chance to match or something along those lines?
Well, there was a story. I'm not sure if it was last night or tonight that he didn't like how the playoffs went down
Mm-hmm.
and how they kind of lost confidence in him. And he was like, "Yo, the kind of the writing's on the wall." Like, you know what I mean?
Respect to him for making that move. Then you know, what I mean, I'm not mad at. I can't be mad at that. If you feel like your services are not being, if you're not being used in the right way where you are, and you're in that position to move, you don't want to lock yourself in for more years of that. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but it's just weird timing. Just weird timing.
I will say I agree with him not being utilized properly, and I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form I know more than Rick Carlisle. But Rick Carlisle does, as much as he is an offensive guru, he likes having a traditional big in the middle, someone who's more crashing the glass for second chance points than someone you're running pin downs for your big. And that's why I think most of the shots that Turner got in the finals, from what I saw, that varied from the first round, he was in the corner. The same way that Carlisle put KP in the corner. It's like, you don't be a jump shooter, catch and shoot. We're not running plays in the post for you. We're not running the offense to you on the elbow. You're just going to be a catch and shoot 3-pointer. And I think that pissed him off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really give him much expansion.
For being a 7 foot, he cannot rebound. And that's
true.
That's
Agreed.
diabolical.
Agreed. It is diabolical.
And he's not a small guy. Like he's a big dude. If you don't be able to rebound, it's kind of like it's technique and effort. All of it is just off. That's that's you. It's all on you. It's not on anybody else but you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, although the Knicks lost a series, that whole series against the Knicks, Mitch was killing him on the boards, just
Kill.
straight murdering him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I hate that Mitch sat most of the fourth quarters in that series. We could have. I don't want to talk about what if anymore. I'm just gonna hush.
You know,
We'll get him next year.
as someone who has kind of zesty swag off the court, I can say that Miles Turner has zesty swag on the court. He's not really the most physically imposing player on the
Oh, and then he's a
block.
Lego boy.
Yeah,
Not that
Lego.
that matters, but
Man, went home and play with Star Wars Legos, bro.
yeah.
Yo,
So you guys make me sick. I'm going to play Legos.
that anti pose with him on the sidelines with the scarf. I was like, oh, God.
Yo,
Legs crossed.
You know?
Man.
that
You
was
memed
the first
yourself.
where I first felt bad for Obi. I'm like, I can't believe Obi has to be a part of this.
Damn.
He had like the
Yeah.
Easter auntie get up.
No, but
like,
I think Miles Turner is one of those guys where he reached his peak. Like anything else after this would be shocking. I think we saw the good seasons from him, so I think it was time for both teams to just move on. Like he needs to see what else he can do out in another thing because I think he reached his peak on the Pacers. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
he did
I
all he can do for them.
I agree. He's one of those guys that had the opportunity to leave at the right time when things were changing. Like a lot of guys are stuck in the middle of a contract when they realize that they're not being viewed as they used to be. You know what I mean? So now like they don't get the opportunity to choose where they go. They become a trade piece. Now they're sent all
Yeah.
over the place. You know what I mean? So he had the right timing, perfect opportunity. Like like I said, I respect him for making that move. If you don't feel like you're gonna be used the right way, the way you want to be at this point in your career, get up out of there.
The thing with him too, we're gonna also see how important Tyrese Halliburton was his career because I think he's not one of those bigs that can play without a true point guard.
Yeah.
And who does the Bucks have as a point guard? I think they just signed. Who did Fritz? Who did they just sign?
Cole Anthony.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Oh, Cole's gonna get his buckets.
yeah. No, I think it's a good.
I don't
It's a
know- I don't
good
know Cole
opportunity
as a
for him.
true point guard.
No, Cole's just going out there to get buckets.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I don't see how he plays well in Milwaukee. He'll get a lot of buckets, but no rebounds or.
Yeah.
Luckily they have Giannis. Giannis will grab the rebounds.
For however long he's there.
But you know what? It's so funny because Brooke Lopez wasn't the best rebounder either.
He was just
True.
big. He was just so
Defensively,
yeah,
he was much better defensively than Miles Turner though. So that's where he kind of makes up for it.
Mm-hmm.
He went to the Clippers, man. That's a good pickup for the
great
Clippers. That's a good pickup. Him and Zubac. Whew. Man.
Did Bradley Beal get bought out yet? Is he still going over there?
And the next
Still
few
in Phoenix.
days,
Okay.
He's being money hungry. I think he's doing something where he can get his paid and then he's out there.
Stupid, man. These guys.
you got to give money back. You got to give a lot of money back though.
Yeah. No, he needs to be bought out of his contract because him having a no trade clause is wild. I'm sorry, that's wild.
Yeah. I mean, he had you got to earn that no trade clause. Like he didn't really earn the no trade clause, man. All you did was he was hurt his whole damn career. He can't really demand a no trade clause, especially once he left Washington. It's pretty much over for that.
Yeah, I mean, I might can understand why the Wizards did it because Beal was pretty much their franchise player and he was putting up numbers in Washington, but it was like the numbers didn't result to anything because what did Washington do all those years when Beal was putting up numbers? They ain't do nothing.
Nothing.
So to me, it's like I understand that that's your franchise player and you want to reward him, but you shouldn't reward him to the point where you're giving him a no trade clause. Like that should be reserved for a player that's actually putting up numbers and actually like taking your franchise somewhere.
What are you guys talking about?
Bradley Beal.
And also that was around that time they pushed John Wall out.
Yeah.
And they was like, oh, you the guy. Like you the guy. Like
What a move.
Man. And they didn't have to push John Wall out like that either.
Agreed. They did him dirty.
They did him dirty, man. I think they got frustrated with his injuries. Him getting injured when he wasn't even playing. Like that was kind of like, what are you doing? Like, I think didn't he like tear his Achilles when he was home or something like that? something happened when he was going down the stairs. He was out again for like more months because he did something at home. I'm like, what are you doing, though? John, I think he kind of like sabotaged himself. As much as I liked him as a guard, he kind of sabotaged himself over there.
And yeah, the live streams and all that kind of stuff. Like it just back to back.
Yeah.
I'm going to read some stats and then I have a question I'm going to ask the group. Update on leading scorers here for our Knicks. We got Tyler Kolek with 23 points, 4 steals, 3 turnovers, 3 assists, 7 of 14 from the field, 5 of 11 from three. For a +3, he's second in the plus minus category behind Antoine Watson, who's a +8. And then the rest of his starting five: Jamal Bay, no surprise, 0 points, 0 for 3. Ariel Hotporty, 4 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds, 1 block for a -5. Mohamed Diawara, my dog, 4 points, 2 rebounds, both defensive. And then surprisingly, Marjan Beauchamp, second leading scorer with 16 points, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, but 1 for 8 from beyond the arc.
Oh my God.
Guys and ladies, I have a question. Next season, I feel like the Cavs and the Magic are the Knicks' biggest rivals, with Boston and Indiana suffering major injuries. Which one of those two teams scares you more, and why?
Mm.
Orlando scares me the most because of I their height is very scary. They're a big team. Every time one big body goes out, another big body comes in. Um, and I think their duo is a little bit more scary than the Cavs duo. After
Agreed.
Donovan, I'm not really fearful of a lot of people on the Cavs. We already bullied their bigs. um, France Wagner and Paulo are a really good duo. We always talked about Isaac. I would love for him to be a Nick one day. He is a scary athlete. Um, and they draft pretty good over the last few years. The last few years they keep getting, if one didn't work out, they got someone else that they could try. So they're scary to me. Their depth and their height scares me a little bit.
Agree with all that. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I think based on because I've said this already, and y'all notice like if the Knicks would have faced the Cavaliers last year in the playoffs, I'm pretty convinced the Knicks would have smacked the Cavaliers. Although the Knicks got swept in the regular season against the Cavaliers, just for the simple fact that the Knicks have a good history against the Cavs. I think the Knicks match up really well against the Cavaliers. Cavaliers bigs don't really scare the Knicks. I mean, Mitchell Robinson eat both of them for dinner already in the playoffs. So I mean, I don't really fear the Cavs. But the Magic is always a team that the Knicks struggle against. Like even when the Knicks have had good teams, like for whatever reason, the Magic always gave the Knicks a bit of a struggle to beat in the regular season. And I think Magic match up really well against the Knicks. Like B said, their size is pretty good. And I think them getting Bane also helps them as well. So it's like if I have to choose, I would probably fear the Magic over the Cavs.
Fritz?
Probably the Magic. I think they really should push for Dame to be there. So I think they're a point guard. They're a point guard away.
I agree.
They're a point guard away.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about Dame there. That might be the absolute perfect place for him to go.
Chris, why did
They
you
can
say
cover
that
for
out
him.
loud?
Like, yeah, why would you do that? Put that right in the atmosphere. Jesus.
Great call, Fritz.
But at the same time, I think Atlanta might be. I know their roster looks a little weird,
Eh.
but I think if they make some moves at the deadline, I think they might be pretty good.
Apollo,
It's just
what you think?
That fit in Orlando would be a little bit more deadly though, I think. Because
yeah.
they're just dogs. I mean, me personally, I think it's a battle of like finesse or a dogfight, and I think usually the dogfight usually kind of outweighs the finesse a lot of times. So I feel like if we were to go against the Cavs, a lot of the finesse that they have, like they're not ready for a dogfight. So I think we would have had them there personally, but Magic are ready for a dogfight every single time we play them, man. They're just built to fight because they don't shoot well, so they have to do everything else well. So shoot from three well at least. So I think you have to kind of fear them a little bit more because they're gonna get it honest, and instead of try to beat you from the 3-point line, they're gonna get to the paint, they're gonna get to the foul line, and that's a team that you kind of don't want to deal with in the playoffs. Versus a team who's gonna take their risk taking, shooting threes like the Celtics did versus us. So yeah, I'd say the Magic.
I agree. All great takes. Interesting that we all chose Orlando. I think Jamal Mosley is a very good coach. Jalen Suggs is a very good defensive point guard. And I think between him and Bain, that's a lot of trouble presenting for Jalen Brunson, guarding him 94 feet. So I hope that I'm not going to dodge smoke no matter what, but I think that we're going to face Orlando in the Eastern Conference Finals if all the chips fall the way that I think they will. I think that's going to be the most likely, and I think they will present the biggest challenge for us because of what B said with their size, but also Bain has a championship mentality. He has that Shane Battier mentality. He's willing to do whatever it takes. He didn't score 6 points or he didn't score 30, and adding a weapon like that makes them really dangerous. Along with like the guard depth, they signed Tyus Jones, who is not a defensive liability on my team because of everything else they have. And he gives them playmaking, and then they re-signed all their bigs and added Bain. That's a very good roster on paper.
It's funny because they also got rid of Cole, and people forget they drafted Anthony Black, so that gives Anthony Black. He's like a 6'6", 6'7" guard, another big guard that is like
another good point.
So I think that's why it's imperative to put OG at the 3 because you kind of want him shoring up the backcourt a little more. Instead of just being involved with the front court because you don't have his defensive, length that you normally would have if he's just guarding a big. The big could just take him out of the play, go sit in the corner, and then OG's in the corner. He's not involved in any of the, the defense in the backcourt. So I think if you put OG at the 3, figure out something at the big spot, the 4 or the 5. It kind of makes it a little bit easier for you to deal with a team like Orlando, especially with a guy like France, and Paolo. I mean, Paolo plays the 4. I don't mind him playing against Paolo. You kind of want him against that kind of guy, where the ball's gonna go through him a lot. But I don't know, man.
I think with certain teams we have to play a certain lineup, and I think Mike Brown does know that. But you did put it in my head, Lee. It's rare that I do see a double big with Mike Brown. Even in the Warriors, they played Draymond at the
right.
Yeah, even when he was his first stop in Cleveland, he rarely played Varejao and Zudausis together. It was one or the other, and he used them a lot as he's always used his bigs as passing hubs. And I think we're going to see that again with Karl-Anthony Towns. And I'm not bashing Mitch in any way, but I have not seen that element of playmaking from Mitch yet. Maybe he has it, and Tibbs just stunted him. I don't know, but Karl-Anthony Towns does have it, and he has it at a pretty good level. So I think to start the season, Cat will be at the 5. Maybe by that midway point, they adjust and Yabusele or someone else comes in. Maybe it's Mitch, but I do think we will start the season and go through training camp with Cat at center.
Yeah. No, I never seen Mitch with a passing bag. I don't think it's anything against him. I just don't think that's his game.
Yeah. He can't do everything.
No, yeah. Because, again, I would love to see Mitch with a nice little hook or a 15-foot for this season. That would be really awesome to see.
They'd agree.
You know what I realized this year? Mitch has way more value in the playoffs than he does in the regular season.
Yeah.
So
that's why
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how you kind of play that throughout the season though. Because you don't want them to get used to a certain lineup and then develop chemistry, and then you got to switch that up.
Bingo. Yeah. Also, yeah. I'll also say he's inevitably going to get injured, right? Like he's going to miss 25 to 30 games, right? More than likely. So you can't steam as him in your starting lineup and then have to mitigate that every time he goes down. Like it's better to have a lineup that doesn't overly depend on him at the 5. And then when you have him, it's a bonus.
Right. Yep.
That's why, again, I wouldn't be shocked if Yab starts. I really wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I was going to say that too, yeah. I don't know who said it first, but Yabusele at the 4 spot probably would make more sense. I just don't know how good is Yabusele defensively.
He's not bad. I keep hearing that, but he's not bad. He's not the best, but he's not terrible either.
He's decent.
As long as he can switch and just to play the defense the right way, their scheme. I think he has the size to be effective. He doesn't look like he's slow. Doesn't look
No.
dumb. So
The scouting report is I haven't seen enough to confirm this, but what I've heard and read is that he's a great switchable defender. He struggles when he's put the pre-switch into the rim protector. He struggles off of 2 feet, jumping and defending the rim. That's where his weaknesses are. So you can kind of end up hunting him and targeting him in pick and roll coverage, where OG is able to do that pre-switch and defend the rim very well. Even Josh Hart was used a little bit in that role too, effectively. But I've heard Yabusele that's one of his weaknesses is having to be a rim protector. And if you don't play the 4, we saw last year with OG. OG did a lot of rim protecting. So because of Karl-Anthony Towns' weaknesses.
So what's the alternative to that? To Yabusele being in there and then not necessarily being able to have the rim protection? Like, what is the? It's just having Josh in there, not having the floor spacing.
No, to me it's pairing Yabusele with Mitch. So you keep the rim protection on the bench, and then starting Deuce Bride to move Deuce as a point of attack defender, and Bridges and OG to be more of the roamers.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's my opinion.
I mean, Yab is better than Hart in defense. That's all I know, at least.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
I love Josh, but Jesus.
Yeah, Yabusele's gonna get a lot of minutes. Like,
yes,
he did not come here to be just a regular role player.
And he saw the opportunity too.
And he took a pay cut for us.
Yeah, and I think he could jump. I think he could take a jump. Like offensively, I think he might take a jump. This is second year in the NBA. Like
Fritz cooking.
Yeah, I think he could be like a 15, 16 point scorer.
Yo, that would be insane. I mean,
he already averaged 11.
Man, that would be.
What did he average over there? Like 12?
Yeah, like 12.
Yeah, about 12. Like 11 point something, I think.
And he shot almost 40% from the 3-point. It was like 38% or something like that.
Yeah, but that would do. Let me find out, bro.
Yeah, he's not terrible.
Mad at y'all.
You said what?
Eb is mad at y'all. She said Mitch can't pass, and stop saying Mitch is gonna get hurt.
Y'all
like
that.
First of all, I knew better than to say anything about Mitch with Ebony over there, so I don't know how y'all didn't know that.
Yeah, my question about Mitch is if Mitch isn't starting, is he worth it as a bench player?
You needed somebody like him on your roster.
You gotta have him for the playoffs, like regardless. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to have him.
I would hate to give him to anybody, especially a contender.
Yeah. Oh no, you send him West. Like that's not he's not a player I would send to like anybody in LA.
I would, yeah. We have to send him to Washington or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We're cooking these boys.
Y'all are with the effort.
That's my dog. Since I have everybody, I also want to get everyone's opinion on Jordan Clarkson. Do you see that as an upgrade over Payne and DeLon Wright? And what are your expectations for him in this upcoming season?
I see it as two-part. A huge upgrade offensively. But defensively not so much. But I do expect Clarkson to be sixth man like. I do expect Clarkson to give us at least, I'd say roughly 14, 50 points off the bench, which is what I'm expecting. Because that's his game. Like he comes off the bench, he's like a microwave. He provides that extra pop ASAP coming off the bench and gets buckets. So I do expect him to have a positive impact, especially offensively. Defensively, not so much. And Mike Brown, that's up to Mike Brown and his staff, to come up with a scheme to where you can hide Clarkson on defense and have him be effective on offense.
I think that's why I like the Miles and Mitch coming off the bench versus the starting lineup, because if we put them with Clarkson, Clarkson's going to shine, and we don't have to worry about his defense so much. Dylan Wright is actually was very slept on this season. he played amazing defense when we needed him. So to have that ghost kind of sucks. Payne, but he's much better offensively than Payne, and Payne had a lot of good sparks. So I can't even imagine Clark coming. He's going to be a spark plug. So I'm excited for him. I think that's why we do have to keep certain people like Miles and Mitch coming off the bench, because we need that defense with people like Clarkson coming off.
This is why JL is probably be the motivator of KOT show. The woman absolutely knows ball and comes with the great takes. I agree 100% with you, sis. Great take.
Appreciate you guys.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, I really think Clarkson is going to be very campaign like. Like he shoots a lot of shots that like a lot of people would say bad shots. Like, but he hits those. So
Yeah.
but
His
he's an
form is
upgrade
also
over
better.
campaign. He is an upgrade over campaign, but he does shoot a lot of shots that like a lot of people would consider bad shots. But he's made a career of it. So
Right.
you're gonna have to. I don't know. You have to speed it up. I think for Clarkson to be efficient, you're gonna have to speed it up.
Which Mike Brown
Which
supposedly
is, yep.
does. So
Good point.
Yeah.
What do you think, Apollo?
I mean, I've always been a Jordan Clark fan. Or Jordan Clark. Jesus, Jordan Clark. Whoever the hell that guy is. But I've always been a Jordan Clark fan. So it's just he's here a little bit later in his career than I would have liked him to be. But the role that he's gonna have, I think he's gonna have a pretty high usage rate off the bench. Like I think there's gonna be a lot of plays where he's just gonna have to be the guy that because there's not a lot of shot creation off the bench in terms of I've seen a lot of plays where there's like 5 seconds left and we got to figure out what we're doing, and I see if that happens still the ball's gonna end up in Jordan Clarkson's hands a lot, so he's gonna end up taking a lot of bad shots. Like this, let's just get ready for it. Buckle up. It's going to be a lot of shots, and it's a lot of times it's not because of just Jordan, but because of the situation. Like I said, these guys are not, the best in creating offense. Sometimes when the starters aren't on the floor, so you're gonna have some situations where they kind of force it to Jordan to get him a bucket, and the defense is gonna know that. So I think it's gonna be. I'm excited that he's here because we needed him, but the expectations gotta be. Got to put some ice on those a little bit because it's not just surface level stuff. The defense is preparing for that because that we don't have another playmaker off the bench, so that they know that we're going to be going to him. So, I think it's it's a nice little balance a bit. I don't know, but I like it.
I am super high on this acquisition
Mhm.
based on it being a veteran minimum, makes it even sweeter. I was actually, Ryan will remember this. I wanted us to go get Jordan Clarkson last year, but the thing that turned me off was always what would it cost? It would cost Mitch, or it would cost Deuce and Hart, or some combination, and it was never worth it to me to go get him. But at the vet min, I think he's going to be a candidate. I don't think he'll win, but I do think he'll be a candidate for sixth man of the year.
Yep.
And I think him and Josh Hart together off the bench, they're going to remind us of J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert with Knicks tape. Both those guys can come in. Neither are good positional defenders, but both can cause chaos playing the passing lanes. Both can force turnovers, and both can just kind of cause chaos within their respective positions. And I think they both run the floor. They're both great transition players. Josh Hart, one of the best transition players in the NBA. So their ability to playmate for each other and themselves, that's going to be a very dynamic part of our offense. I think you're going to see Mike Brown employ that a lot when Brunson's sitting, for those two guys to both be the ones who give the advanced passes down court and then the recipient of the advanced pass, and playing kind of a two-man transition game with each other for easy buckets. It's going to open up our offense. I am very, very excited for Jordan Clarkson. But he's a dog. I love that mentality, man. He just doesn't give a shit, plays really hard on offense, and is a gunner. He wants that last shot. He wants to take the clutch shot. And now we have two guys who can lean on between him and Brunson.
He and Josh got really good chemistry too, so that's always a plus.
Yeah, definitely, and it kind of reminds me of because early in the season, I remember this reporter asked Russell Westbrook a question. He was basically saying he was basically asking him like a question about the game, and Russell Westbrook was like, "Well, my purpose in the game is to it's the F-ish up. And that's basically what Josh Hart and Jordan Clarkson is going to be doing. Like once they enter the game, their main goal is going to be the F-ish up.
Facts. Yep.
Love it.
I know we also keep talking about the defense, but a lot of the times I watched last season, we needed offense. Defense was there. It was just like we get these turnovers and can't score. And so I'm really excited for Jordan Clarkson to come in. We need a offensive weapon. That's when Carl and JB sits. There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, we had the non-Brunson minutes were like a problem last year.
Yeah.
So
It was like we were
that's
getting stopped but couldn't score, yeah.
Yeah.
I did throw a question in the chat. It's like who will score more this season? Jordan Clarkson or Deuce McBride?
Ooh.
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 Because how much did Deuce again average? Only like 8 or 9? How much did he get last
I'm
year?
going with Deuce. I voted Deuce.
I'm going with Jordan. And there's one reason why.
Ooh, that's a good question.
It's because of the consistency of like it's sometimes dudes goes through these things where he has like bad shooting like weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be like a week or two, like he can't figure the shot out. So it's like it's based off Deuce's games, his big games are based off of how much his shot is falling. You know what I'm saying? So if he goes through a couple games where his shot isn't falling, he's not necessarily like a take you off the dribble kind of guy just yet. He's getting there, which I give him credit because when he first got here, he was not one of those guys. But I feel like Jordan can get easier buckets than Deuce.
Yeah, I'm going with Clarkson. Clarkson scoring more than Deuce this season.
Yeah.
I'll be the odd man out.
Jordan,
I'm gonna,
but I
go
think,
ahead. Go ahead, B.
Miles is gonna hit about. I'm sorry, I think Jordan, but I think Miles is gonna 3-point percentage is gonna go up tremendously. I think he'll shoot the 3 ball better than Jordan Clarkson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a down year last year. I think he still shot the 3 ball better than Clarkson, even on a down year, shooting around 35 or 36%. Deuce was. I'm saying Deuce based on I think Deuce is going to start. So if Deuce is a starting 2 guard, I think just by happenstance of being that starting lineup, playing with the better players, I think he'll be the recipient of better offense and passes and opportunity spacing. So I think he's probably going to average 17 or 18. He's going to be a candidate for most improved by the end of the year, I think.
I agree.
Man, so if we all averaging these points, what is my boy Mikal gonna average? Because I got Mikal getting into that 20 piece this year.
Possible.
20 piece and that pace.
He averaged 17, and y'all said he had a horrible. Not y'all, but
I ain't gonna lie.
Felt like he had a horrible season.
With that pace, if Mike can have us like running that pace, that first of all, because we were slow as shit last year, like if we're just being honest. So to just the extra possessions, I think he can definitely average 20.
I can see him not having to dribble and hitting more rim range shots. When you have to do dribble and do all that around, that takes a little bit of energy off your shot. Mm-hmm. And he don't got to dribble that much, and he just got to let it fly. I think OG's points go down, and I could see Miles and Mikal going up.
I actually, we've talked about this, and I agree with you previously, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think Jalen and Cat might average less this season, but everyone else goes up some percentage points, where guys like Bridges increase, OG increases, Deuce increases, Hart increases, just because we're going to have a better pace to our offense. I think Towns and Brunson are in more of a facilitator mode and probably are staggered more often than not, where the Karl Anthony Towns is running with the bench unit and running the offense through him in handoff situations. I think we're going to see that this season.
And we could see Karl averaging 15 rebounds. I could see that with Jalen getting about 10 assists.
For sure. MVP season.
I'll say this. If Cat ends up averaging 15 rebounds a game, and Jalen Brunson averages 10 assists a game, we're winning the championship. If that happens.
That's it.
Yo, I'm telling you, if you like, just as good as these guys were last year, right? If Mike Brown can put that number one offense kind of vibe to these guys, that's going to be very, very hard to defend, bro. East or West, it's going to be very, very hard to defend. Ah, boy, that's.
One with them already under Mike.
You said what?
I said I just want to see one game with them with Mike's offense. Just a little sneak peek. I want to be at practice in the corner somewhere.
Oh my God.
Because
I
again, I
mean,
feel like everybody was misused. I'm a big Tom Thibodeau fan. I would never talk bad about him. I think he did his job. He's a Knicks legend for me for life. But a lot of people were misused. I hated the OG and Mikel dribbling. I just hated that. I hated it. I hated it. I hated that Carl Towns didn't play out in or in out. He didn't. I didn't know what he was just playing. I don't know what. I don't know. I never understood. Carl was playing a different game every game, and it was weird.
Yeah.
Um, his three shots went down tremendously when he's again. Yes, he is one of the best big 3-point shooters in the game right now. So I don't understand why his 3-pointing went down. Um, Deuce McBride wasn't used correctly either. Nobody was used correctly to me. They just weren't used correctly. So to see where again the ball is out of Mikel and OG's hand, giving it to Carl Towns. I could see Carl going up to 4 or 5 assists. I could see Jalen averaging a double double. I could see not Mikel forcing 3-point shots. Because we're playing from behind where we have to get those quick points. Or I could just see a lot of stuff just going better, if anything. So and on top of that, we still won 50 games and went to the Eastern Conference Finals. That was crazy to me.
Cook, sis. Cook.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I will say this though. I think more than any other year in the past, if the Knicks are gonna make the finals, this has to be the year.
Yes.
Because the Celtics are hurt,
Uh-huh.
the Pacers are hurt.
Uh-huh.
Cleveland's a good team, but I think if the Knicks face them in the playoffs, the Knicks can beat the Knicks can beat the Cavaliers. The Magic gonna be tough, but in a 7-game series, I would still pick the Knicks over the Magic. Right now, the East is ripe for the picking, and this is the prime year for the Knicks to make the finals. This is the one year where it's like, yo, you cannot like Eastern Conference Finals ain't gonna do it. Like you have to go all the way to the finals this year,
This is the
based on
window.
how the East is currently standing at the moment.
Yeah. This is the window for sure.
I know there's a team that we don't really talk about a lot, and I know because we beat them already, but how do you guys feel about the 76ers healthy?
I was about to say that too when he was talking about the teams. Healthy. They're decent. Healthy, that's a 4 or 5 seed and a first maybe second round exit.
Are you more afraid of them than Orlando, or are we still more afraid of Orlando?
Orlando.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, me too. I'm just asking.
Yeah, Orlando.
Yeah.
Just because of just defensively, I'm not really worried about Philly at all. You know what I mean? Paul George just got his surgery again. Like I don't even think that they'll be up to speed by the end of this year.
Porter's is the only person in this draft still. He's done. He's cooked. He had a career, and I'm
Yeah.
not scared.
Agreed.
Yeah.
He is cooked.
He's cooked.
I am scared of Maxey though. I love Tyrese Maxey. I'm not gonna lie.
Tyrese is
Yeah.
always going to be a problem. He's gonna
Yeah.
love.
But I'm
He's
not
gonna
afraid of
love playing
Joel.
New York forever. Oh yeah, Joel's ass.
McCann. They have some good. And then BJ now they got some.
They have pieces. Don't get me wrong. They got pieces. I think they've now, especially with the injuries, they're on like Detroit's level. I think you like they're kind of like, and that's not no shot at Detroit. That's actually a little bit of confidence and booster for them because they're actually a better team than I gave them credit for. You know what I'm saying? And I like some of the offensive moves the offseason moves that they made. I like Duncan Robinson. They had who else did they had?
Detroit?
Yeah.
Duncan Robinson.
Karis LeVert.
Karis
LeVert,
LeVert.
yeah.
Another
they added a lot of shooting.
Yeah. So I think they're around Philly's level. But I just that management is bad. They put too much. They invested too much in Joel Embiid, man.
Now I feel like they'll just take over one of the Indiana or Boston spots if they're healthy. So I was just curious. But Atlanta scares me. Atlanta and Orlando scares me more than any team. Atlanta scares me more than the Cavs.
I want to talk about Atlanta. Fritz brought him up. Fritz, do you want to make your case first on why you find them to be slightly threatening?
Yeah, I think they know the future is wings, and they just went all in. I think I think they kind of overdid it though, and I think by mid-season they're gonna figure out, hey, we might want to invest in other things. We might want to invest in a center. Because I don't, even though they could put KP at the center, it looks like I don't think that's where he should be. Not as a starter.
Hmm.
But I think they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good for a while.
Yeah, any team that has Trey Young on, as your point guard, they're gonna be a threat, especially if you got as much attention as he attracts. It's just always gonna be a problem. I can't stand Trey Young, bro.
Their issue may be themselves. They have a lot of guys who want to be the guy, and they all would play the same positions. And I think that may be maybe the one thing that's gonna hold them back because they have too many guys who want to do the same thing.
It's a trade is coming, I guess, by midseason.
You got like Ricochet, you got Johnson, you got. It's just way too many guys doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Ryan? How do you feel about Atlanta?
I do think Atlanta did make some good moves. But ultimately, I don't really see them as a threat. I think they will be a playoff team, possibly bottom half, like a 5-6, maybe a 5-6 seed. But I don't see them as a team that's going to really threaten the Knicks, though. Like, I think the Cavaliers are better. I think the Magic are better. Yeah, I just like them moves, but I don't really see them as a huge threat overall.
B?
I agree with what everyone said so far. There's someone that they look good on paper, and you don't count Trey Young out. I'm not a big Trey Young fan. He's actually one of the players that I strongly dislike, but I'm not biased. Talent is talent. He's very talented, and he can orchestrate his offense, and he has a lot of offensive weapons now. Especially with a lot of the young players being second or third year now. Ricochet was slept on in his rookie year because of the fact that he was a first round pick and he wasn't like a Cooper
Facts.
Flag or something like that. So a lot of people didn't realize how great he actually is. He's actually a really good young talent, and he played like it last year. He only could get better at this point. So you have to consider them, and they're a team that again I've just always consider. I would consider them. I wouldn't sleep on them, but I'm not scared of them. I don't think they do, and they have anything that they have that we don't have. Um, and their defense, they're lacking tremendously in defense. So defense wins, and I don't see how they win in a 7 game series without defense. To get also rid of Clint Capella to replace it with Porzingis, I know the name sounds nice, but that is a big blow to them tremendously.
Yeah, hard to argue with that. Ebony in the chat says she's not a believer in ATL at all. I think I agree with her in the playoffs. They could potentially be a 50-win team in the regular season because of how much wing depth that Fritz alluded to. And they have Trey Young, who's the engine, who actually stays relatively healthy most seasons. He's not an injury-prone player, even though he's very small. But I agree with B then. The lack of defense at the point of attack, and now also in pick and roll with KP, when he's even healthy. Who knows when his I don't know what Ebola or whatever he has kicks in every now and then. He gets cooked at the center position when he's healthy, so that's a huge gap. Akundru is not a great pick and roll defender. He's more of a rim protector, weak side defender. So they don't have struggles when when the ball is not in the hands of Dyson Daniels' defender. And in order on offense, I thought Jalen Johnson, before he got injured, would win MIP last year. He was on his way 2010-5. I think he has to be even better this year in order for them to be a real contender. He has to reach like Paolo Banchero level in order for them to really be a championship contender. And because if the playoffs start and Trey Young is still the best player on the team, they're not a contender. But the playoffs start and Jalen Johnson's the best player on the team, at that point, then they might be a contender. But I think that's not going to happen. I think it's going to be Trey Young, and they'll be middling, potentially a first-round knockoff, second round at the most.
It's funny. I forgot that they also signed Nicole Alexander. So
Yeah.
that
Oh,
does
good
give them a
pickup.
little bit of defense. But it's so
Good
funny how
pickup.
people keep talking about Dyson Daniels, this defender. Last two showouts, Jalen Brunson cooked that man. Like, cooked him. Like, Dyson Daniels is nothing to Jalen Brunson. He had 30 plus both last time we played Atlanta. So I'm not worried about Dyson Daniels defensively. I did
Fair.
forget about him and Nicole. They are good defenders, but not to Jalen Brunson, and we have Jalen Brunson, so.
Jalen be
Be fair.
cooking it, man. It was just, I think it was one game. I think of the first game we played them this year. Like Dyson Daniels being like physical, and Jalen was like, "Okay, cool, I'll figure it out." And after that, he just cooked them like every single time, just cooked them.
But to be fair, though, there's not many players in this league that can hold Jalen Brunson
That's
on
facts.
defense.
That is
There's
true.
there's not many players that can hold Jalen Brunson.
That's right. Especially once he gets in his mind that you are trying to lock him up, he's like, "Okay, cool." Like now he's gonna prove a point. Like he has that chip on his shoulder every single play. Like, all right, cool. Like, just relax. Like, you know, you playing good defense, but you do too much. I'm gonna put you in the blender.
The thing about Jalen that I feel like is the best thing about him that I love that we have him is his footwork. Like his footwork is really amazing, and I think that's why he has advantage over these defenders.
Top 5 in the league.
Let me think about that. I'm gonna think about. Let me top 5 footwork.
Top 5 in the league.
I win, man.
Wait,
Like,
top 5 in the league,
yeah.
people?
You
Jalen
don't call
Brunson.
him big
Yeah,
body Brunson for nothing. You got to get
Yeah.
in that paint for a reason, and that's that footwork.
I'm definitely putting him in my top 5. I might put him in my top 3.
In the NBA?
Yes.
No.
Currently,
Hell no.
Who?
No.
Talk to me, Lee. I gotta hear it.
Like, let's see. Off the top of my head, it's just off the top of my head. I got Luta above him. I got SGA.
Okay.
I got SGA. I got Joker. I got Giannis.
Mmm.
and then you got Jalen Brunson.
Wait, we talking about feet work, right?
Footwork,
Oh.
yeah.
I thought you were talking about overall.
No,
no,
no, no,
we
no,
were
no,
talking
no,
about
no,
footwork.
no,
Top
no,
five
no.
footwork.
I'm just talking about footwork.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course.
I was like, not
Okay,
Giannis.
okay.
I was like,
When you
said
said
Luka,
Luka, I
you
was
said
like,
Giannis,
I
I was
think
like,
James got better footwork than Luka. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I thought you meant top 5 period.
No.
Just footwork.
Okay.
Just footwork. I'm trying to wait.
Ebony.
Actually, he might even be, because the only person he doesn't have better footwork than, if I can think of one person, is Kyrie
Joker.
Irving. No, Kyrie Irving.
I think Joker's got unbelievable footwork too.
Yeah, definitely Jokic. Yeah.
Yeah, no, of course, but I feel like Kyrie's footwork is like the best footwork in the league. Bro.
Ebony says Steph number 2. Agreed.
Steph is really good
Steph
footwork.
is underrated. Yeah, he's underrated with his footwork.
Really,
He has
really
a nice
good
layup
footwork.
package too. He has a nice little layup package.
Yeah.
I do
For
have
someone
a
who's
question,
not a
though.
high flyer, he does well.
Who is a team in the East that we haven't discussed that you guys should be on the who we should be on the lookout for? Is there anybody else other than Atlanta, Detroit, or the Cavs, Orlando?
So I have a young team that I like. Not that I think they're going to be anything crazy, but I like the Raptors if they can get healthy. Like if what's this guy, Brandon Ingram, can stay healthy, which is something that you might be asking for a lot. But if Brandon Ingram can stay healthy, you still got Quickly over there. You got RJ. You have what's the guy? Scotty
Podol.
Barnes. Yeah, Podol, Scotty Barnes. Like that's a really good team. Like not a team that I think is going to that we have to worry about in the playoffs, but just a team that I like. I like the build up for like up and coming team.
I only ask because there's always one team that shocks, like that comes out and they're like nobody was really talking about them. So I wanted one of us to get the call before it happens.
Mm-hmm.
But as I look around, it's hard.
I don't know.
It's hard to.
I don't think the Bucks fall off is gonna be that much. I don't think the Bucks are gonna fall off very much. I think they're still top.
They're losing
They're
Like
honest,
four
and
seed.
even though Miles Turner is younger than Brook Lopez, and Brook Lopez is older now, he can help them a lot.
I still think they're like a 4 seed. Still think they're like a 4 seed.
Ebony says Toronto needs a big Podol. She doesn't know why folks are high on him for sure. Defensively, he's atoned. That's for damn sure. I think he's a little overrated offensively too.
He's a body. He's literally just a body.
He has trade value though.
Yeah, they refuse to trade him. Like
He can rebound.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a good rebounder. I mean, I don't really know anything that he does offensively that's good.
The Bulls, Hornets, and Nets are gonna be trash to me.
Yes.
Oh, my favorite team, YN University, Charlotte
YN
Hornets. Let's
University.
go.
YA University.
Did you see that they're
Yup.
trying to like get Chris Paul now? Even like, why do they want another guard?
Yeah, I'm out here. I live in Charlotte, so this is all these people talk about is the Hornets, and they're like, "Yo, LaMelo Ball, LaMelo Ball." I'm like, "Yo, I don't know
I
when
can
this
do
team
it.
is gonna be good." You said what, Ebony? Somebody said something. Oh, I thought I heard somebody say. But I thought I thought LaMelo's gonna be a lot better than what he's showing me. He's don't get me wrong, he's good. But I want to see him on a good team and see what a good coach does with him. Like he's just not gonna give him the ball and tell him to go run, which is basically what he does now. So I just don't know what he looks like on a good team in a real system.
Yeah, because I really like LaMelo. Like I think LaMelo's like MVP talent.
Really?
I think he's
Wow.
MVP talent. Like
Wow.
I think he's MVP talent. I think he's in Charlotte.
That's a hot take.
I think he's in the equivalent of Iverson in Philly. He's just in the wrong city.
Don't ever disrespect Allen Iverson.
I am shook.
No,
God.
no. Iverson, as great as he was, could have been greater if he played for a different team. If he started his career with a different team, I think he would have been like top 5 all time. Like, I think he landed on the wrong
Clip
team.
that. I gotta save that just for
Yo.
I think he landed on the wrong team.
Wait, I will say this though. I do understand where Fritz is coming from because when LaMelo just entered the league, and I'm watching him play, he did seem like he was going. He did seem like he was an MVP talent. You did see that in him. I think as time went on, and then you saw like, I guess his unseriousness for the game. People kind of like kind of waned off him a bit and be like, you know what? I don't know if he's gonna become that great of a player, cowboy wise, but I can't see where Fritz is coming from. When he just came into the league and the way he was playing in the beginning, I think you could definitely look at him and be like, yeah, he has MVP talent. It's just a matter of him like. I think with him it's more maturing. Like he has to mature in his game a bit for him to get to that level. Right now he's an immature player.
Yeah, it comes down to, will you push yourself? Because your team will not push you. Your people will not push you. Will you push yourself to be great? Because he doesn't have to play defense. They're not going to yell at him if he doesn't play defense. Like there's a lot of things he can get away with Charlotte. Like if he started on like a really good team or with a really good coach, I think he'd be a great defensive player. But he just doesn't have to, so he just doesn't do it.
I'm going to run a counterpoint to this argument and then also team up with Ebony and read some of her messages since her audio is not working. She says that LaMelo is an and one player, which I co-sign. Then says, Fritz, what are you talking about? Which I also agree. And then she says, I think LaMelo is Ben Simmons-ish, meaning he likes the perks of basketball. I don't think he loves the game. I 100% agree with that. On talent, I mean, he's kind of John Wall in a bigger body. He's been the archetypal large. I can't remember that kid who played for Cleveland and Golden State for a while. Sean Livingston. He has like that large frame where it's at a wing or a power forward. And has all of his skill sets, but he just doesn't seem to really love the game, and he hasn't impacted winning in the East. In the last couple of years, when the East has been really bad, he's not been able to take that team to the playoffs. Or even the play-in. And it's been really underwhelming season after season. Yes, you can point to Steve Clifford and James Borrego and Charles Lee and the rotating door of coaches and the co-stars and Miles Bridges, who's beating up on women, and other guys, Terry Rozier, who burnt out. But at the end of the day, you are in the East. You're in a weak division, in a weak conference. You should be able to at least make the play-in and impact winning. And he doesn't even do that at John Wall level. So while he has a skill set, there are a lot of guys in the NBA who are very skilled, but do you impact winning? In my opinion, I would say hell no.
There you go.
Also, IQ plays a big part. I think he has a terrible basketball IQ.
Terrible basketball.
Yeah, I agree.
I've seen him play in person, obviously, because I'm in Charlotte, a few times, and there's just plays that I'm just like, there's no way the Steve Kerrs, the Eric Spoelstras, the like all of these guys are not letting this shit go down. Excuse me, not letting this stuff go down, bro. Like they're
No,
just not letting it go down. Like
absolutely, absolutely.
he does these plays where he just completely goes tunnel vision, like completely. Like it's almost like, all right, what are you doing, bro? Like, come on. Like he just almost doesn't care, and he's just like through the leg, dribble, 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 and then he's like do a step back again, and that's like, bro, like come on, like you're doing a little bit too much. You're doing a little bit. You've been in the league for a little bit too long to still be doing that. But
Ebony said that LaMelo Ball is hot sauce if he played in the NBA. All you and one heads out there would know
absolutely,
that reference.
Oh man,
he's one step away from throwing it off somebody's forehead.
Oh man.
So the Knicks won, beat the New
Yes,
Jersey
they did.
Nets 97-93. Still a rough night offensively. Kind of an inability to score points at a good clip. The team overall shot 26% from three, 44% from the field for 97 points. Tyler Kolek and Marjon Beauchamp finished the game with 25 points apiece. Neither very efficient. Both shot 7 of 17 from the field. Beauchamp was 2 of 9 from three. Tyler Kolek was 5 of 12 from three. Kolek again with 4 turnovers. Beauchamp with 4 turnovers as well. The Knicks as a team ended the game with 18 turnovers to the Nets 14, which is embarrassing. Kolek's been averaging 4.5 turnovers a game, and he still wasn't able to get that part of his game under control. Everyone else, Dink Pate, again, the stats are decent. The shooting's not. 5 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers today, but 1 of 5. One of 3 from the 3-point line. Absolutely disgusting, even though he's my guy. And then Arrow Hot Porty, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block. Had a pretty solid night. In my opinion, MVP was Diawara, who had 7 points, 1 steal, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, 1 offensive. Even though he shot 0 for 4 from a 3-point line, I expect all of that to go up a little bit nominally once the season starts. But yeah, that's the game. Knicks beat the crosstown rivals. This was a bum fest for sure. Anytime in Summer League, both teams score under 100. There's nothing else to describe it except, as Ryan G said, a bum fest where both teams are the headliners. 2 bums back to back sharing the stage for a night of nothing but bum hits. This was Marjon Beauchamp career Summer League game, 25 points. Yet that bum still shot under 20% from the field. So yeah, there you have it, man.
And look at
I
it
just
this
want to end
way.
with F those picks. F those picks.
And look at it this way. At least the Knicks can be like, you know what? The Summer League team is a bum fest, but the NBA team is actually a good NBA team. There's actually promise with that NBA team. The Nets, Summer League is a bum fest, and the regular season is gonna be a bum fest as well. So the Nets have nothing.
Bumapalooza.
It's gonna be most of the same dudes we see on a regular roster.
Fact.
Exactly.
Sucks. Damn, man.
Yo, by the way, if anyone's interested in winning Joke of the Year, whether it's in the chat or on the panel, the bar has already been set. Ebony asking if the Nets drafted Mark Zuckerberg, to me, or was it Nets or Charlotte, is one of the absolute funniest jokes for so many reasons. It's such a layered joke there. She said in the chat that the Nets had the Facebook guy take time away from his company to play ball for him. So diabolically funny.
Tyler.
If you know, you know.
Man.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
I wanted to ask you guys one question. Who do you think we're going to sign for that last spot?
Good question.
Bring back Shaman.
I'll take anybody. You said Shaman?
Yeah, bring back.
Yeah,
Shaman.
I agree with Ebony.
I like Shaman.
I think we take Shamit just to keep the chemistry rolling. If anybody deserves it, it would be him. Another person who had a good season, but it went underlooked because of his lack of time. Like every time he did come into a hot spree, it just seemed to get tucked away whenever somebody came back from injury or anything like that. But he could shoot. He could play defense. I saw somebody today on the timeline. Me and Lee also came at him like Landry's a cone. No, he's not. He's the first person that I ever seen top stop TJ McCall. Like he was the only person that I've ever seen.
That was a
stop
terrible
TJ.
take.
Wait, hold up.
Ass
Wait,
crack take.
who said Shamet is a cone? Who said that?
Moses
It's
on
on the
Twitter.
TL. You're gonna see it. You're gonna
Moses.
see it. Yes.
I told him straight up I was an ass crack take, bro. I was like, stop lying. I literally told him he's lying for clout, man. That's a straight up lie. Because Cameron Payne and Landry Shamet were two of the best transition defenders last season.
Mm-hmm. I think Shamet is a good, especially because he didn't really get, especially with the shoulder thing that happened during the preseason, he didn't really get a full season. I think, and the way he came in, especially once Tibbs finally trusted him and played him in that Indiana series, and he definitely was a big part of us winning that game, which disappoints me because Tibbs did not learn from his lesson right after that, and here we are. But either way, I think Shaman is a good pickup. I think. You said what?
I said not too much on Unc.
Yeah. Respect to my guy, man. I tried to defend him for a little while, and it's like, but I wasn't clamoring for him to get fired. But one thing that I did want him to do for sure, while we're on the Tips topic, before we get out of here, is just incorporate a little bit of like an offensive coordinator kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like just use your staff a little bit more for those things, which is something that I saw Mike Brown does that I do appreciate. Is because you don't see everything. You know what I mean? I like a guy that admits that you don't see everything. So for him to allow somebody in his coaching staff to have a play that he runs in the in the number one offense that he ran in Sacramento, that means a lot to that guy and that coaching staff. So it's just chemistry all around, and I think that makes a good coach. So Tibbs walked so that Mike Brown could run, hopefully.
So we got Apollo, Ebony, me, and B with Shamet. I'm gonna save Fritz for last. Ryan, who you got for that last spot?
Oh yeah, Shamet.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Fritz, the floor is yours.
I think Shamet will be one of the vet signings that we have. I don't think we're done. I think Shamet is going to be one of the vet signings that we have before the season.
Are you insinuating we trade someone?
I am insinuating that we are going to trade a couple someones.
Is that someone going to make Ebony throw her phone and laptop?
Hopefully not. But I'm not paying $15 million for 15 minutes.
Damn.
But I
think hell no.
Yeah, Ebony's having a fit over there. But I don't think the Knicks are particularly done. I don't think it might not be anything massive, but I think the Knicks are going to make space for two vets.
Okay.
Who's if Shamet is one of the vets, who's the second vet?
A forward. I think you got to have. I think a forward.
Yeah, because when we keep thinking about that starter position, if it's not Mitch or Hart, we're struggling with the thought, and it's because we could use another forward. Yeah.
So the best argument I've heard for Shamet is that it maintains the spacing on the bench and the starting five. If you decide to go with Deuce and Bryan in the starting lineup, you keep that sniper on the bench to help play with the rest. Because if you add someone like a Ben Simmons or someone else who can't shoot, the names kind of escape me right now, but let's say we go out and get like a 4 or 5 that can't spread the floor, you're adding that to a combination of Clarkson, who's only good in the corners some of the time, right? Last year he had career high in the corners, but before that has never been a three-point shooter. And Josh Hart, we know his struggles. Mitch, we know his struggles. That's a lot to ask for, that player who can't spread the floor to be with that group and try to find their shot within the flow of the offense. To me, it's too clunky. And we don't need to give Mike Brown more issues than he's already going to have adopting this roster. So I hope it's whoever it is, Amir Coffey, Shamet, just bring me someone who can shoot and play defense. Ebony Fritz has a question. She said, is that why Yabusele took less for us to do this, to be able to sign 2 spots?
The 2 spots was just to get a vet and a rookie.
Oh, okay.
So it's not 2 vets. It's just a vet and a rookie. But the roster just doesn't look right to me.
Something
It
seems off
just
to me too, Fritz. Yeah.
it just doesn't look right to me. So I'm thinking. I'm not even thinking about big swings. Maybe you take 2 young players and trade them for
That I'm
one
cool.
lesser player. You know, take two rookies and give me one player back just to make a spot.
Mm-hmm. And if you
And
had to pick those 2 rookies, who would they be at this point?
I know people love.
Because they all could go at this point. You just give me Hawk and Tyler. But Hawk and Tyler are already signed, so it's like.
If you give me someone good enough on the way back, I'd give up Kolek.
Me too.
True. Yeah.
If you give me someone 2 for 1, if I had to give up Kolek and someone, and I got someone who's better back, I wouldn't mind giving up Kolek. And I know Kolek is such, the talent is there, but we're our aim is championships, and you can't think 3 years down the road. It's like, oh,
Now,
this
he's
guy's
also
gonna
already
be
like 25.
Yeah, you can't think, oh, we're a few years from now he's gonna be decent. Like, okay, can you help me now?
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. So, and it would like it could be good for both sides. Like Kolek would be better on a team where those expectations aren't there.
Last year, I wasn't willing to trade any of the young players. This year, Pacome Dadier and Tyler Kolek can go if it makes us a better team. I've loved the defense I've seen from McCullough. Love McCullough's ability to read the floor. His reads have been pretty high IQ with some good passes to guys who can't really finish. Pause. That's been to me a bright spot in summer league. And then Hot Pori to me is just a dog. I love his rim protection, his crashing the boards. He's got good offensive awareness. To me, Pacome Dadier's been disappointing overall in the motor and the aggressiveness. And Tyler Kolek, man, the turnovers are crazy. I know you're playing with lesser talent, but you're already a cone, man. You have to almost play perfect on offense in order to be a plus. So that's just my take.
Yeah, I think if we trade Tyler Kolek and Pacome Dadier, Tibbs is gonna be mad as hell. Because he's like, all you guys are shit on me because I didn't play these guys. You kidding me?
Oh man.
Man, it's gonna get ugly. I mean, I truly don't think they're done. So I agree with you, Fritz. I don't think they're done.
I'm going to shout the chat out before we go. Shout out D. Grant, Prezi the Boss, Sadu Barry. Who else we got here? Knicks Nation 112. We got East Blue Drew, Pitch for Timmy. Of course, Pitch for Timmy, one of the greatest mods on the KOT team. As well as Steven Toon, CeeLo, Nostalgic Nick. Of course, our man Jay Ellis also in the chat there with Ebony cracking jokes. Lewis Randall, much love to you, brother. Great to see you here. Victor Lopez, Jay Cruz, and all the KOT fans who are in the chat supporting us, giving us 40 deep the whole time the game was going on. We really appreciate y'all rocking with us and enjoying us giving us SmackDown during Bumfest 2025, man. We will be back for Game 4. We've had a rotating cast of special appearances. We're going to try to get Ebony's mic working so she can join the show and roast Fritz in real time so we can hear her for the Mitchell Robinson trade takes. And maybe Jay will join us again, too. Hopefully we can have Guard Up back. Love my man Apollo's Tates, definitely KOT family. And then, of course, the greatest mod, Fifth Beatle, Fritz Alcindor, who's holding it down on the production side and managing the chat, always the MVP of any show. And then the greatest co-host of all co-hosts, my main man, the stats and the fats, Ryan G. Y'all know where to find me on Twitter, _LeeEscobedo, LeeEscobedo. Checked out my interview today with Ian Bedley, was able to join the show and talk Knicks. And I also have a new article on Bleacher Report about the impact of Angel Reese, which I really hoped I made my girl Ebony proud. I did a ton of research on that piece, watched a ton of tape to be able to write with authority because I had a lot of catching up to do, and I really want to make an argument for why I think she is constantly underrated and shit on by, of course, the baby boomer white guys that they just love to be terrible on WNBA tapes. I wanted to have a stat-driven, data-driven argument for why she's dominant, and I hope I did a good job. I'll pass the mic to Fritz to be able everyone did their shout-outs, and then we'll end the show.
Yeah, I don't think you're an RG3 fan. I think, yeah, yeah, just really, yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, Fritz Handles, also NBA Economy Show on YouTube.
Ryan?
Yeah, matter of fact, bringing up RG3, yeah, he definitely gets my bra for this past week. They're bringing up RG3 because it's just kind of crazy for me because it's like, I get it. Like, you already know that, people be going at Angel Reese sideways and things of that nature. This woman hasn't done anything to warrant the type of hate that she gets on a regular basis from a certain fan base. And they had the nerve to transform her NBA 2K picture into a monkey, and then he posted and saying how it's wrong, but then proceeds to say how he's hearing from her camp, which is a damn lie, that she hates Caitlin Clark. And it's like, how does Caitlin Clark get into this whole conversation about how people transformed her photo into an ape photo on an NBA 2K cover? Like, where does Caitlin Clark come into that? Well, how come you can't just say that the people who did that are wrong? Why did you have to bring that into the whole fold? Then on top of that, it's a lie on top of that. So it's like, come on, dog. Like, RG3, he is the broad pick for the week. And I have to go back to something that I think it was Rob Parker, I think one of the guys on Fox Sports said a while back, because my man said this years ago when he was talking about RG3, and he said, is he just a brother, or is he a cornball brother? And it's clear what he is based on the evidence we got to this day. Cornball brother.
Beware the snow bunnies, beloved. Beware the snow bunnies. All right, B, tell them where to find you.
Actually, you can see it right there. Sporty Spice. You can find me on Twitter, on Instagram. I always appreciate you guys for rocking with me. I do live the mom life, so it's nice to just get away from it sometimes and talk ball. Because if not, I'm just talking Miss Rachel Elmo's world and all that other fun stuff. So it's nice to get away sometimes, and I appreciate you guys dealing with me during this right now because she was all over the place, so I couldn't really get on here today. But I love always talking basketball with you guys. I appreciate you guys hearing me out sometimes. And shout out my female, shout out Eb. And also the last thing, you can love Angel Reese and you can love Caitlin Clark at the same time. I don't know why people make this a debate because I love both of them. I think they're doing an amazing thing with women's basketball. And it's good to see women's basketball even discussed because I was watching since Lisa Leslie. I was watching since Candace Parker. And I remember when no one talked about it, when I would say these names and people are like, who? So it's really cool that you guys are now talking about it too. And a shout out to them. It's both of them. It's not just one of them. It's both of them. So appreciate you guys for just letting these women in these sports and in these chat rooms. Thank you guys.
We love moms on the KOT show. That's why we got two of them here. I'll shout out Eb since her volume's not working. Make sure you follow Ebony at Mad Knick Fan, MADKNICKFAN. She also has a pregame space before every Knicks game, including Summer League. Your Take Nick that she shares with Brutus the Mayor on Twitter. You can find that space on X. As well as Liberty Latte here on the KOT channel. And of course, she's always one of the Mount Rushmores of KOT show as well as a co-host. All right, Guard Up, tell us where to find you, bro.
At Garden Knicks, everywhere. The Apollo 122 on IG as well. Just come holler at me, man. I'll always love to talk Knicks. Pretty much all I do all the damn time. But yeah, man, Garden Knicks on Twitter, Instagram, and whatever else there is a platform. Yeah, YouTube.
We love having you on here, man. You're not a guest spot. You're a part of a KOT family, so it's great to have you be able to join us for these live streams and get your point of view and takes. Always high IQ basketball talk with you, brother. Appreciate you joining us today. Catch us next time for Game 4, the final game of Bumfest Summer League. And the final time you have to watch this much Marjan Beauchamp and this much Tyler Kolek. Thursday, July 17th, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Join us when we face the Pacers. Not just a bum, but a most hated bum. So that should be a really fun matchup to watch really bad basketball. All right, man. That's a KOT show. We love each and every one of you. Thank you for the chat. Thank you here for the panel. Much love, Jay Ellis, for letting us rock with us even without you here. We appreciate you, brother. Man the ship. We will see you Thursday for Game 4. Let's go Bumfest.
Peace.
So, guys.
Peace.